Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Newsweek, where we highlight some of the biggest stories that made the headlines recently. I am Nelson Etta. Waec releases reviewed 2025 results as 62.96% secure 5 credits with English and mathematics. Also, NCAA suspends ValueJet pilots over airport incident with Kwam1, condemns musicians' unruly conduct and blacklists him for 6 months. And later on the show, INEC backs inmates' voting rights, 6 National Assemblies backing as 151 associations seeks registration as political parties. We'll have all the details for you in just a moment. Thank you for staying with us. Earlier this week, the West African Examinations Council released the corrected results for the 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination. The released results showed that more than 1.2 million candidates passed with 5 credits, including English language and mathematics. According to the revised data presented by Waec's head of Nigeria, Amos Dangote, the new statistics revealed that 91.14% of the candidates who sat for the 2025 examination obtained at least a credit in a minimum of 5 subjects. He said the council discovered an error in the previously released result during an internal review and temporarily suspended result access before issuing the corrected figures. Mr. Dangote apologized and assured candidates and the public that the measures are being put in place to prevent a reoccurrence. Now, joining us to discuss this is the executive editor of TVC News, Kayode Oladende, and Adams Abunu, a political analyst who will be joining us right from Abuja. Mr. Oladende, thank you for joining us on Newsweek.
My pleasure.
And I don't know if Mr. Abunu, you are there with us, but I'll begin with you, Mr. Oladende. The head of Waec Nigeria, Mr. Amos Dangote, admitted to what he called an embarrassing misrepresentation of the results of candidates. While, we sometimes say that no one really is above mistake, for me, this is beginning to look like a trend in the country. Remember, this happened with JAM. The registrar came out and apologized, and we are seeing that again with Waec. What exactly is going on here?
I don't know how to begin because quite a lot of reactions have been coming up. What this tells me is, I'm trying to recall our experience when we wrote Waec. Right. When result comes out, we're as good as knowing that this is our result.
That's right.
When we don't pass a particular subject, we know that this is it. But now, this, to me, seems to have exposed a lot of inadequacies that have been, sucked in all the while. Because this is an advantage of social media. When we talk about social media, people think it's all about ills. It's all about outcry. It's all about, no, this is not possible. It's all about people expressing themselves in a way that there's no middleman. There's nobody stopping them from getting to the right authority. People can protest. People can say, no, this is not our outcome. Yeah. I remember back in the days, they would tell us to write a petition, we will submit it. We don't even know whether it gets to Waec. We're as good as just go and prepare for another exam. So this, for me, I think it has only portrayed some of the inefficiencies and inadequacies that we've had in the past. It's quite shameful. It's quite embarrassing. It's as good as, I'm sorry to say, this is my opinion, it looks as if the whole thing was scripted. Indeed. Listening to him and seeing that apologize, I couldn't have imagined that something that just happened in JAM
not so long ago.
There are 2 different things, but it's still the same lingo, technical glitches, and it's totally unacceptable. I think there must be an overall government at whatever level, whether at the West Africa level or at the JAM level, should look deep in and see that our authorities have not been out-tweeted, because it appears these guys have gone ahead of them.
Right. Speaking of overhaul, Mr. Oladende, some stakeholders in the education sector are advocating for an overhaul of our education system. Are you of the the same opinion that we should? Because I'm looking at the processes involved in education. If we have to overhaul the system, what exactly are we overhauling?
Yes, in fairness, for example, in JAM, I am one of the strong supporters of the Registrar of JAM. He has a strong leadership. I think he's the one that has paved the way to say that when you're wrong, don't hide it. Because when I listen to Waec, it doesn't look as if they have a serious, it's like they are passing the blame to the service providers. As much as JAM did the same thing, but you see them owning up that we messed up. We are totally sorry. And from the information we had, they had to even beg the man not to throw in the towel. So having said that, it's just to say that when we say overhaul, there are forces, there are human beings, there are personnel who are in this system, who are manning this system, and I could guess that maybe they are too analog to move to the digital age. So for me, I think a total, maybe some kind of retest and some kind of pruning needs to be done to see whether you fit in here or you find another job, because it's not easy to pull out civil servants.
Hopefully they would find another one or still be in the system. But let me bring in Mr. Bunana, who is joining us from our Abuja studio. Good evening, sir, and welcome to Newsweek. Let's discuss a little bit of some of the discovery that came out of the results presented by the head of Nigeria, Waec here. He said 1,794,821 candidates, representing about 91.14%, obtained credit and above in a minimum of 5 subjects, which includes English and mathematics. Now, that's about 1,239,884 candidates, representing 62.96% who obtained this. My question really, I would like to ask you, Mr. Bono, because Mr. Oladenide has alluded to that a little bit. Are you of the opinion that our education at that basic level is delivering its results?
We have seen a, significant decline, in the performance of students in these examinations, particularly the West African Senior School Certificate Examination. We have seen a continuous, a downward spiral where students fail massively. So to answer your question, our education at the secondary level is not delivering if we are going to use the standard of measurement of Waec, because a situation where numbers of students, of candidates fail, and then Waec comes to accept that, oh, there are certain glitches, and here and there have been technical faults, which are not the faults of the candidates. We would then say that the measure, the standard of measure should be evaluated properly, so that these candidates will not be victims of what they do not know about, So our educational system, the deliverance of our educational system at the secondary level is quite low, and it needs every sense of overhaul.
Quickly, let me ask you this. If you're saying it's delivering at a minimum capacity as opposed to what we expect it to do, who then is to be blamed? Students, parents, or the government?
We are going to put the blame, a huge part of the blame goes to the examiners, because we've seen where students who have performed dismally in Waec perform excellently elsewhere, maybe in the National Examination Council exams or NAPTEP, as the case may be. So we have to have a system where the parents and the examiners need to come together and have a synergy that will be geared towards reinforcing our standard of education in Nigeria, at the secondary level, because it is what obtains from the secondary level that will be transmitted to, higher institutions of instruction. So we have to put the blame squarely first instance at the examiners, they have to put their house in order. And then the parents have a role to play, you know. They have to guide their wards.
Indeed.
They have to guide, I mean, the candidates of these exams to ensure that they show the best ethical, you know, character.
I couldn't agree less with you, Mr. Bunu, and I think the parents have been doing that for many years now. We all just need to do our best. But, Mr. Ladinde, you need to take a seat with me as we take a short break and return with more conversations.